To make real money day trading consistently, you have to conquer the three big traps: fear, greed, and self-doubt. These are what stop smart, talented traders from becoming consistently profitable. The good news is you can transform your trading and become a significantly better trader literally overnight. In this video, I'm going to share exactly how to develop the habits that made the difference for every successful trader I know. The first trap is fear. To many people, and especially those that are starting out, stock trading feels a lot like gambling. It's unpredictable, it's fast moving, and the stakes can be high. If you don't know what you're doing, you're literally just rolling the dice. I personally put $15,000 aside to start trading to begin with. And I'm telling you, my biggest fear at the time was that I would lose all of my money in the end. But here's the thing, you're smarter than that. You don't want to gamble. You want to make good, calculated decisions on the charts. And that's where this trap gets you even more. You start overthinking every move, hesitating, doubting your trades, and letting fear stop you from taking the calculated risk you need to grow. Fear then keeps you from pulling the trigger on trades that you planned for. Analyze that would have made you money. Here's how I look at it. This fear comes from the unknown and from past losses. Maybe you don't have the educations or knowledge to make a trade. Maybe you don't have enough experience to do so. Maybe you had a few bad losses in a row and now you're afraid to make another mistake. But here's the truth. Fear isn't just emotional, it's practical. It's telling you that you don't have enough structure in place. And that's something you can fix overnight. The first step to conquering fear is risk management. When you enter a trade, do you have a clear exit strategy? Do you know how much you're willing to lose? And if you don't, fear will control you. But once you know exactly how much you're risking, fear has no power. I teach my students to follow the 2% risk management strategy by placing a stop loss order, meaning in every single trade, even if they're wrong, my students and I still have 98% of our money to trade with. Next, develop a clear trading plan. What's your trading strategy right now? What investment are you putting on? What are you entering into in market? And where are you getting out? How long are you holding on to your trades? And the moment you know the answer to all of these questions, you can stop second guessing yourself. Fear doesn't stand a chance when you have a solid plan to follow. When you commit to a trading plan, you're no longer just reacting to the market, you're acting on a well thought out strategy. And that shift alone can help you sleep better at night, knowing that fear is no longer dictating your moves. Imagine this. You have an experienced trader standing by your side every single morning, giving you the trading plan, explaining to you what to do, when to get in, when to get out, and telling you how much risk to take versus how much money you can get in return, showing you their trades and profits they're making for the day. Would you feel more comfortable making your investment? And that's the environment I'm providing to my students every day here. So now you've dealt with the fear. You're starting to see that money come rolling in, and it's an amazing feeling, right? You're confident, you're making winning trades, and for the very first time, you can actually see the path to financial freedom. But this is where the second trap comes in: greed. Greed is what makes you stay in a winning trade too long, thinking you can squeeze out just a little bit more profit. It's what makes you ignore your exit strategy. And before you know it, the market turns and you've lost what you could have locked in. Greed, it's also what makes you lose all of your profits in one day. After a long successful run, greed is sneaky because it's driven by success. It tricks you into thinking that more is always better. But the truth is, in trading, more can be dangerous. The minute you let greed take over, you're gambling again. And we already know what happened when you gamble. Thousands of traders have ruined themselves at this stage, but you won't, because you'll develop the next habit: controlling your greed. So how do you control greed? One of the best way is to set the profit targets. Before you even enter a trade, decide how much profit is enough. Once you hit that target, close the trade. Don't get greedy. Take your profits and walk away. The market will always give you more opportunities tomorrow. The key here is discipline. Stick to your plan. Don't let the thrill of the moment push you to make unnecessary risks. I often tell my students, I don't care how much money you make today or how long of a winning streak you've been on, as long as you know all of your profits can be wiped out in one trade. I know you're heading to financial freedom. Now, here's the third trap, and this one is probably the most dangerous: self-doubt. You figure out how to manage fear and greed. You're feeling like you're finally in control, but then you hit a slow week. Or maybe you've taken a few losses in a row, and suddenly that little voice in your head started asking, am I really cut out for this? Self-doubt is insidious because it makes you question everything, even when you know what you're doing. Even if you have success, it can still creep in and sabotage your progress. This trap is so dangerous because it leads you to overthinking and second-guessing your decisions. You start wondering if you should take a different trade or if you should have exited the trade earlier. This paralysis by analysis can lead you to hesitations, missed opportunity, and ultimately frustrations. The first step to overcoming self-doubt is to rely on data, not emotion. Start tracking your trades and analyzing your results. When you see the hard data, your win rate, your average profit, your risk-rewards ratio, you start to build confidence in your strategy. The second way to conquer self-doubt is to trust the process. Trading is a long game. You're not going to win every trade and you're not going to make money every single week. But if you stick to your plan and keep executing your strategy, the result will come over time. Once you make this trust in yourself a habit, you're basically bulletproof. You'll have the exact right mindset for getting in and staying in profitable in your trades. So there you have it. 3 traps that stop traders from reaching consistently profitability: fear, greed, and self-doubt. But by building habits like using risk management, setting profit targets, and trusting your process, you can overcome them and transform your trading. Remember, trading is a journey, not a sprint. Every successful trader I know has conquered these traps, and you can too. And before we go, I want to leave you with a real life example. One of my students went from $60 to over $100,000 in trading capital in just 30 days of trading. Not once, but twice after mastering these habits. Check it out on the video link.